So what is Witchfire? Witchfire is an extraction-based shooter with Souls-like mechanics, the magic from Bioshock, and the buttery smooth gameplay of Destiny. If that sounds radical to you, then your opinion would be correct. Developed by a small crew of 12, Witchfire manages to be in better shape as far as bugs than most AAA games I've played, which is actually made more impressive when you consider that the game is just in early access. When launching, you get quite a cool little cutscene that tells you just what the hell is going on. It's not the most original story, but they are working on it, and honestly for now, it's a damn good start. The Vatican has been battling witches and losing, but have found an ancient artifact that could turn the tides of the war. You play as a prayer, granted your position from the Pope himself. You get to use the witch's powers against her in the way of Witchfire, and so you set off on your journey to retrieve this artifact and bring it back. The maps themselves can be quite beautiful, honestly, and they allow for multiple different playstyles. Do you just want to get in the shit and start shooting stuff and blasting it away like you're playing fucking Doom? Go for it. Or do you want to take your time, plan stuff out a little more, set some traps, maybe climb up a mountain and rain hell from above? You're free to do that. The first map is an island with multiple little villages on it, and you can sense the witch's presence through the decay in the trees. There's mindless beings just roaming. But if you pay close attention, you'll notice the beasts, they're using farming equipment to beat your ass. Some of them have bows and arrows, like hunters. Some of them are just dagger-wielding thieves. I honestly believe that these beings were once the settlers that have been corrupted by the witch's curses. As you level up, the map will add new objectives, traps, and even new enemy types. Completing these objectives, killing the enemies, setting off the traps, or just taking damage. These will all alert the witch to your presence, and she'll brew up a nasty little curse called a Calamity. The Calamity can spawn all kinds of enemies all over you, and they also give you negative effects such as dropping your health down to 10%. The only way to break these curses are to either kill the enemies that are spawning in everywhere, or to go to the source of the Calamity. Now for the fun stuff, the weaponry. There's 7 guns in the game right now as it is. You get 2 long range, 2 short range, and 2 medium range, along with 1 demonic weapon. Now, these weapons have magical properties, but your prayer can't see them immediately. But after using them for a while, the prayer starts to understand the weapon more, unlocking new mechanics for each of them. There are also 5 spells along with 4 heavy spells, and they all interact in interesting ways with each other, such as lighting a frozen enemy on fire will melt them or thaw them out, but it will deal heavy damage in the process. Each of the spells can be upgraded, granting new properties, making them much more powerful, and you will need these upgraded weapons and spells if you have any hope to take down the bosses. As it sits right now, there are only 2 bosses. The first is a knight, not unlike the other ones that you've already been fighting, albeit with much more health. But once you drop him down to around 75% health, he starts summoning in a whole bunch of little minions that you have to take out. Whenever you drop him down to 50% health, he pulls out a damn shield. You can't shoot him through the shield, and then he'll create a little bubble that severely limits the room you have to fight. You have to stay inside this damn bubble. If you are skilled enough to defeat him, you gain access to level 2, and that's where the real shit happens. The second level is a castle that has been sieged by the witch's forces. As you explore, you'll notice just how powerful the witch can be. The castle lays in ruins, the walls crumbled into a mess, fires with the bodies of the inhabitants still lit in the square. To even gain entry to the castle, you must first siege it yourself. The drawbridge will not open for you, so you must find another point of entry, guarded by a horde of swordsmen. The boss sits awaiting orders in the throne room, a giant of sorts using wicked dark magic paired with a grenade launcher. He is much more difficult than the first boss, although with a cool trade-off. The first boss has an arena that confines you, whereas the second boss can be lured anywhere in the castle. This leaves you with options. Do I clear the castle, then go after the boss and drag him to a spot that gives me the advantage? Or do I just go after the boss and try to fight him in the enclosed spaces of the throne room? The combat is smooth and satisfying with quite a bit of challenges to overcome. Taking damage is not the worst punishment for getting hit either. As you get hit, your stamina is depleted, and after your stamina is gone completely, you become exhausted, which makes your vision go blurry and slows you way down, making you more susceptible to getting hit again. But after some practice, killing the enemies without taking damage will grant you more stamina, allowing more spells to be cast and dodging. There are a multitude of enemy types for you to take out as well, with their own unique attack types. Archers, riflemen, dagger-wielding thieves. But when leveling higher, you will have to deal with knights, who have much more health and much more damage. In summary, Witchfire is a great game with excellent new ideas, while managing to take mechanics from other games that we all love, mixing them together in a nice pot to bring out quite an excellent experience. You can feel the passion in the game as soon as you start playing, and honestly, I can't wait to get my hands on more. This game definitely deserves more hype than it's getting.